Alright folks, we're out here on the range today playing with some 308 Winchester Staball match 175 grain Sierra Matchking. We got Federal large rifle primers, Federal FC14 head stamp brass. Everything's been prepped and trimmed to spec. We're at 100 yards. I've got 5 groups starting at 44 grains, moving up to 46 grains. Well, let's do it. But real quick, if you like this kind of content, make sure to visit me over at dummyroundreloading.com. You can find all my other affiliate links, promo codes, other channels, all that fun stuff. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe on the video here, and let's get into it. Alrighty guys, 175 grain Matchkings, 44 grains of Staball match. Looking pretty good so far. Let's not screw it up here. Oh, buddy. I think we're off to a good start here. Brass and primers are looking great. Up to 44.5. I felt like I jerked a little bit low on that one, so that's my one excuse for this range trip. Felt like I jerked that one too. Can't make excuses for all of them, so let's focus here, dummy. That one's not too bad. A little bit of vertical stringing there, and I've called 2 of them, but that's 40% of our group, so whatever. Let's move on here to 45 grains. So that felt like a good shot, but maybe we have a gigantic point of impact shift here on this charge. Wow. Well, aside from that first shot that felt good, again, that group isn't too bad, maybe an inch or inch and a half, I can't tell from here, but the brass all look good there. Primers are starting to flatten out, so we're going to bump up to 45 and a half. That one felt good too, but it's way out there. Ha! Wow. Okay, these are feeling like good shots, but obviously that one just totally way out of right field there. Maybe these top end charges here just aren't too stable. Okay, barely flattening our primers, no cratering, everything else looks fine. Let's move up to our maximum charge of 46 grains. Did we get a bullseye? Wow! Alright, yep. Bolt lift was still nice and easy, no pressure, so on and so forth. Man, that one's almost off the freaking page. And it felt like a good shot. That one's right back with the first shot. I imagine if I were running the chronograph, maybe we would see a difference in the velocity numbers to indicate what the hell was going on, but hard telling here, folks. Last one. Ow. Hot press. All right, well, very interesting target we've got to go take a look at, so let me grab that. We'll head inside and see what's up. Alrighty, folks, let's take a quick look at this target. Obviously, our very first group was our best, and we progressively got worse and worse and worse. I was not tracking velocities, but it would have been interesting to see if these flyers were maybe in a totally different velocity range than the others. Hard to tell what's really going on here, but it's obvious that our first group was our best group of the day. 5 shots into 0.683. And all of these measurements are outside to outside, so if you subtract 308, you'll get your center to center group. So that's what, a 0.370 something, pretty good stuff. Probably the best group I've ever shot, actually. Over here, 45.5 grains, just over an inch from outside to outside. That'd be roughly 0.8 inches. So again, this looks pretty nice as well, but it's definitely no 0.683 from over here. But we can cover all those up with our finger, no problem. That's about an inch all day, and it looks like we have a continual trend of just opening up, and we're starting to throw these flyers as well. So our next group here at 45 grains, we're continuing to open up with this crazy flyer here. That's these 5 shots into 2.242. If we get rid of our flyer, we had 4 shots into 1.072. So again, just like this second group here, right at an inch, maybe even under if we're taking out the bullet diameter, or however you prefer to measure. Another good 4 shots there, and then a flyer. I thought maybe I pulled that one, but I felt like it was a good shot out on the range. But we kick it back up again to 45.5 grains, and we've got 3 here, and these 2 crazy guys way out here. And our measurement for the 5 shots is 3.196. Totally unacceptable, especially when we still have a nice cluster, but then is it trying to throw them out here with the others, or what's happening here? Who knows, guys? What the hell's going on? And we continually get worse here, and we only have 4 of our shots on the page, actually. I thought they were all here, but 1, 2, 3, 4. So is our 5th shot even worse? Anyways, 4 of them went into 2.833 at 46 grains on the top end. Seems like we're getting a little squirrely there. But our 44 grains, this looks freaking beautiful. And if we look back at our data, Hodgdon suggests for their service rifle data, you can start down at 40.8 grains, and you can still max out at 46, which we did. That's gross. I want to maybe try 43 and then confirm this 44, so I'll probably break this up into 43.5 or 43.3, 0.6, 0.9. Maybe go in 2/10. I don't know, but I definitely want to explore this range around 44 grains and maybe even a little bit lower. And we might as well check it with the chronograph as well to see what kind of range we're actually working with here as far as our velocity. So at a glance, it's very obvious that this group did much better than all the rest. I don't know if that's a fluke or not compared to, is this one a fluke? Is it reloading? Is it the shooter? Very hard to tell, but it was a nice day. There was hardly any wind. It was nice and calm. You saw it out there. I felt like I was making good shots. So who knows? We're going to come back down here. Let me know what you guys want to do. Should we go way down to 40 grains or start at 40, maybe start down at 41 and explore this really low range around the 2,400 feet per second mark? Or that's what Hodgdon suggests we're starting at 42 grains, I believe. And a quick look at our brass. That's these 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see they all look to have the same amount of flattening, and there's a very slight cratering, but I think that's just kind of what this gun does. And I mean, it's very slight. You can't really see a whole lot. Anyways, just slight flattening. Our bolt face didn't really dig into any of these too bad. And even our maximum charge here. Maximum charge, we're starting to flatten and just a bit of cratering there, but very clean burning. We definitely sealed the case off. No powder got blown by there. And we don't have any residual powder left over, so it is in fact clean burning. That is nice. I'll just look at our lower charge here. Yep, this one looks pretty much equally clean and no residual powder. You could probably just wipe these down with a rag and go back to resizing and move on. They don't even need tumbled or any of that junk. So as far as case life and all that, I also like using lower charges so we're not blowing out our primer pockets as soon. But it looked like our accuracy was down here at our starting charge, which was actually over the maximum for the service rifle data. So definitely want to circle back and explore this and a little bit lower range of the powder charges there. So let me know what you guys want to do. I've still got more brass here prepped and ready to go from the same batch. So everything else will be consistent. And then this whole set will be fire formed to my gun. And we might be able to squeeze out a little more accuracy from it. Anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up for now. Thanks again for hanging out. Let me know what we should be doing here. What do you want to do? Should we start with this charge, play with overall length? Should we keep playing with our powder? Should we check this over the chronograph? Because it could have a standard deviation of like 8,000 or something silly. And we just got lucky with the shot placement or something. I don't know. I feel like it could be a fluke just as much as this one is a horrible fluke, I guess. So, I don't know. As a shooter, I still feel like the biggest variable, and you can see the awesome janky table I'm leaning on, trying to shoot off of. So, I don't know, man. Good stuff here, bad stuff there. Let's move on. Thanks again, guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.